The process that I am going to tell you is very, very simple but not easy. But I just want you to do these things for 21 days and see the change in your life. I can promise you the way you see your world, your life, will definitely change and you'll become a much more cheerful and productive person. I am so sure because these are not some stupid techniques I am pasting here from the internet. These are the techniques that I learned, applied, modified, and then applied again to get successful results. Our heart is the one triggering the surge of emotions, but our brain is the one that has the capability of regulating that surge and channeling our focus to wherever we want. Let me tell you the practical application of this point. Whenever we feel an emotion, a part of our brain lights up. That is, at that particular time our awareness is concentrated on that area of our brain. Have you ever noticed that whatever your first thought is, it triggers a chain of thoughts, and the nature of that chain is dependent on that first thought, whether good or bad. That surge of emotions you feel is based on that chain, which turns into overthinking, and you get caught into this pendulum of negative emotion. What I want you to do is that as soon as you realize that you're overthinking, recognize the pattern and analyze if it's a productive one or not. If it's not, then shout loud in your brain, stop. Count from 5 to 0 backward and feed your brain with a happy thought, and enjoy that chain of positivity for some time with a surge of positive emotion. Your mind might get distracted again and wander into the areas of negativity, and that's normal. All you have to do every time this happens is practically the same step again and again. This will eventually train your brain not drifting, and you'll get a grip on your emotions. But this doesn't end here, because even the good thoughts can go on forever and consequently make you less productive and a procrastinator. So, think of the thing that you're supposed to do at that moment instead of wasting your time overthinking. As soon as your brain thinks of that thing, again go 5 to 0 backward and get on with that work. This is a scientific technique. Usually, whenever we think of the task we are supposed to do, our brain gives us excuses to do it later by creating excuses. What this counting does is that it removes that window in which the brain thinks of the excuses so that we can immediately get back to our work. This switches off those emotions too and lets us put our awareness back to the productive areas of our brain. I really want to explain what I did here. I took the classic art of meditation and combined it with the 5 seconds rule of Mel Robbins. In the classic art of meditation, you put your awareness in one place, and as your mind wanders again and again, you just train it to concentrate by putting back your awareness in the same place again and again. 5 seconds rule is usually used to solve your problem of procrastination, but I simply used it in regulating that thought process of yours by combining it with meditation. I created a total loop from start to end by combining many more techniques for you to use the process as much as you want, with the inclusion of the step of closure too. The difference between react and respond is the time gap. When you react, your action is instant and take little time to think through before reacting. But when you respond, you comprehend the situation and think through the merits of the issue and alternative solutions. You take out time to phrase your mind on the best way to answer. If someone is expecting an answer immediately, you can politely say you need time to respond. If someone is tripping you to react so that they get benefit out of your hurried actions, you just need to walk away from the scene. If you cannot, just sidestep and start counting numbers so that your brain gets enough time to cool off and think in a constructive way. When your mind is angry, it won't help you in making the right decisions. It always gives you the quickest way to react, which is not healthy. As an example, if you watch cricket, where time is critical and the essence of the game winning, the reflections of batsmen to fast bowling make or break him. He cannot have the time to think and respond. He reacts instantly based on practice performed 1,000 times earlier. It becomes instant and flawless and hit the ball to the desired field. But when it comes to spin bowling, the batsman has some extra seconds to react by studying the ball movement, angle, etc., and make adjustments in his approach before connecting to the ball. This is responding and not reacting. So every situation calls for a different approach in life. Choose in advance whether to react or respond, based on the importance of the situation and the outcome of your answer.